What's going on out there, guys? I hope we got it right now. Mr. Jerry Taylor, can you see me out there? Senorita, how we looking? We've been having a few problems over here. Don't get in the camera. I'm Doug Best here on the Doug Best Show. We've been trying to get Diddy. Been trying to get up and talk about Diddy for the longest on here on the Doug Best Show. Jerry Taylor, how you looking out there? You on the Doug Best Show? How we looking? Can anybody see me? I said we went live like we 30 seconds in. Let me go here. I'm just double checking the situation there. I'm finna go right here. I'm gonna go to Facebook right here and make sure that we popping up. Let's go here. Yeah, we should be live on the Doug Best Show right now. Huh? Uh-huh. Yeah, we looking good out there right now. How you guys doing out there? I want to talk about Diddy. We need to try just a third take. Can we get somebody in Fresno to chime in, make a comment, tell me you can hear me? Can you hear me? And what you think about the Diddy situation, how they trying to destroy my man. I'm feeling myself tonight, baby. I'm feeling myself tonight. I went and got my little whole Diddy hookup on. You know, I got my diamond ring. I got my couple of $1,000 watch that, you know, I don't wear that much. Then I just went and found something. I went and found something in the jewelry bag to represent Diddy. Is anybody out there, man? Can you talk to me, Senorita? Do you see it on there? Can you make a comment? I know we on there. I just looked on my Facebook page and it says I'm doing all right. Yeah, guys, you know, I've been watching this thing. I watched a documentary last night. 50 Cent and the other executive producer put the thing together about Diddy. The people trying to destroy my man. Why? Why are they trying to take him down? I looked it up yesterday. It's 23 black billionaires in America. I'm not sure whether Diddy was a billionaire before all this stuff started, but I looked it up last night. It says that he's still worth $300 million. How much is $300 million? I don't know. That's a lot of money. But I know that the average person could work 30, 40 years, and all they're going to make is $1.5 million gross. That ain't how much money you take home. Not only that, that ain't how much money you take home, and then you got to take expenses out. Mortgage notes, car notes, foods, PG&E, insurance, and over and over and over and over. If you got kids, you put them in college. And at the end, when it's all said and done, you're going to be 60, 70 years old. You're going to have $10, $15, $20,000 in the bank. And maybe a mortgage, you know, for $300,000 bucks. So Diddy has all that money, and they still trying to take him down. Anybody out there, can you tune in? Can you talk to me? Can you see me? I don't see no comments just yet. And I'm going to call my main man, Jerry, and just see what it look like on this end, making sure that we coming through. You guys hanging there with me out there. Let me just talk to my man here 1 second. Yeah. Yeah, can you see me out there? Yeah, I'm right here, man. I'm just trying to get some people just to tune in, you know, make some comments. You know, earlier we was having a few problems. All right. Okay, thanks. Yeah, guys, we back on the Diddy situation. So they had a documentary. It's a 4-part series on Netflix. They making millions and millions and millions and millions of dollars trying to destroy this black man. He's in federal penitentiary right now. I think he's going to be all right. I think he's going to be all right, you know, if he just go in there, weather the storm, and try to learn from this experience. You know, 50 Cent and a few people said, I seen on Charlemagne the God, and a few people says he's not taking accountability. What else you want the man to do? He then broke down and cried and gave praise to God in the courthouse. They then literally try to destroy him and his family. Now they make an allegation. One of the guys that's on there that's saying that he gave Diddy back 25% of the company, said he seen Diddy slap his mama. What kind of stupidity is that? What kind of insulting comment is that? They trying to belittle this man into the smallest possible magnitude. What you guys think out there? Do we got anybody out there concerned? Can you hear me? Can you talk to me? Can you see the bling bling? Let me take my Versace's off. Make sure. Can you see me? Can you see me? Yeah, I'm Doug Best from Fresno, California on the Doug Best Show. I need somebody to tune in. I seen my Aunt Valma from Alton, Illinois earlier. I was on here, but I'm not sure if we had a problem. If we had a problem, with the volume. I'm gonna see if we got some people tuning in. I see a couple of viewers, but I don't see no comments. I don't see no comments just yet. And if anybody out there, if you can hear me, tune in. Tell me what you think. We want to talk about Diddy. They could talk about Diddy in Chicago, but we can't talk about Diddy in Fresno. They could talk about Diddy in New York City, but we can't talk about Diddy here in Fresno. They could talk about Diddy in Los Angeles, but we can't talk about Diddy in Fresno. Is somebody out there? I know somebody didn't watch the documentary. Somebody didn't seen the trial. Somebody didn't heard them talking about Diddy. What you think? Is anybody out there? I made a couple of posts today. I had a lot of people commenting on the post, but I get here live. I'm gonna see if somebody says, Mr. Jerry Taylor, he said you loud and clear, baby. I love you for that, man. I know you called me earlier when I first got on this thing, and my voice wasn't coming through. But in the meantime, hey, to celebrate that, baby, I might have to pull that bling bling up out right there, and I might have to light that cigar one time. Hold on. That's that Cuban, baby. That's that Cuban. Say, Mr. Taylor. Mr. Taylor, so tell me, man, make a little comment, man, a little something about what you think, man. Do you think they trying? It all started right here. This is where it all started at, guys. This is where it all started at. Diddy suits Ciroc. Soon as he sued Ciroc, allegedly they made a settlement. Diddy got some millions, 100 million or so. This is what they saying. Right after that, they attacked him in every possible way. They got Cassie. Did Diddy do the right thing, by beating Cassie up? I won't advocate nobody beating up no woman. But she was involved in that whole situation 10, 12, 15 years, whatever amount of years is. Then all of a sudden now he's a bad guy. Oh, Lisa, I've been waiting on you. Lisa Jones, I've been waiting on you, Lisa. Hold on one second right here. Let me tighten this microphone up. Lisa, I seen what you said. I love Lisa Jones. White chocolate. Lisa, but I seen what you saying. You're saying that, Diddy is abusive and, he done raped somebody and this and that. These are just allegations. Anybody that get rich and famous, somebody out there just tune in. Call somebody. Go grab some popcorn. Get a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Y'all tune in and talk to me. Tina Greyhouse, I see you. Hey, if y'all hate Diddy, y'all tell me about it. I mean, you could be in New York City and we can't talk about it here on the Doug Best Show. Okay, so Lisa, so they saying that Diddy did all these things 20, 25 years ago. Now all of a sudden now Cassie get paid $15, $20 million. Now all of a sudden everybody wants money. I'm not saying that Diddy is no saint. And I'm not saying that, just in that situation, because business is war. Business is war. And I'm not saying that, in some of them situations, he might not have took advantage of some of them people. But I don't think it's possible for him to be raping all these different people like they saying. Lisa, what you think? Lisa, you say he's been very abusive to his mother over the years. He has no respect for women. Hopefully, he makes a change. I can go with that. He makes a change. But I can't see how everybody's saying he's been so abusive to his mom. How? That was just an allegation that one of his friends, one of his ex-business partners made because he's upset and angry with him. His mama been at every trial date. His mama controls all his money. His mama is the head of his corporation. Diddy owns nothing. This is why they mad at him, guys. This is why they mad at Diddy. Diddy created an LLC and later on created the kind of corporation where, if he does a show and Bad Boy gets $10 million, he gets a salary for maybe $1 million. That's how he's able to splurge like that. So now when they trying to sue him, they can't get his money. They can't get his money. And what you think, Miss Tina Greyhouse? Can you hear me? Can you guys just type in something? Let me see what you think out there. Is anybody out there? Can anybody see me here? Do anybody think anything about Diddy? My senorita says, I'm tired of Diddy. You don't even know Diddy. She says, I'm tired of Diddy. If 50 Cent and all the rest of these guys were such great moralistic leaders, why are they not saying nothing about the Somalians that Trump is trying to kick out the country and Louisiana? 50 Cent is an opportunist. 50 Cent see an opportunity where, he can move in the position where Diddy was and be a bigger gatekeeper. So that's why he's attacking Diddy. And somebody said it might be because, Diddy had his ex-girlfriend, the mother of one of his children. Of course he's mad about that. What you guys think? Anybody out there? Anybody tuning in? Let me see if I can see anybody. Hey guys, I'm Doug Best. I'm your friend on the Doug Best Show. This is the only way we can make the show grow. We got to get on here. I got to pull out my bling bling. I got to put my Versace's on. And then, I got to look like that guy. Oh, my God. Man, so what you guys think out there? What you guys think? Are you guys just tired of Diddy? Somebody tell me something out there. So I think like Lisa Jones says, if Diddy goes in there and he really, really reforms himself and try and become a better man, that he'll learn something from this right here. And God is always forgiving, and people are always forgiving if he's sincere. And there's something about sincerity you could tell. If a person is sincere, after he done did 4 or 5 years in a penitentiary and he comes home, irregardless of what he says, they going to have him up under such great scrutiny. If he does anything, the slightest little thing wrong, they're going to be watching him, and then it's going to get magnified until to such a point he'll wish he'd have never did it. I think he's going to come out a better person. What you guys think? No, so, yeah, Lisa, I see what you say. This Lisa Jones. Lisa says, you're on the Doug Best Show. I'm Doug Best from Fresno, California. I'm feeling myself today, baby. I'm feeling myself, man. And then you guys know this Diddy's favorite color. You know that, right? This bright red. And Lisa says, no, there's no proof in the video also. They should have tried to come out sooner than now. But I know that the fame can make you be. Let me look at this. Stay with me, Lisa. Let me read it. I know that the fame can make you be a different person. It can make you ugly or it can make you shine. Lisa Jones says, look at Big Pimpin'. Yeah, Lisa, I agree with you. I think, with fame and then with money, it do change you a lot. That's why, you gotta have good companionship. Good companionship, and you got to have something to ground you. Then I'm not gonna go too far in the woods, but years and years and years ago, I used to have a lot of money, and I was in the entertainment business, and I was in the drug business too. I'm straight now. I'm just using this as an example. Is anybody out there? Anybody tuning in? Listen to me. And so those 3 things, you could have a little notoriety in the streets, and you can have some money, and then drugs get involved, and you're not grounded. It'll make you a horrible person. But living proof, baby. Living proof. I'm Doug Best. I'm your friend here on the Doug Best Show. You can evolve, and if you really, 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 really trying, life and God and nature will make you a better person. That's why I'm hoping and praying that, that Diddy could come out a better person. And says, oh, JT, you like that jacket? Oh, my God. JT called the jacket bear me. No, this is a suit, man. Hey, JT, I got about 150 suits. I just don't wear them, because I work all the time doing something in the construction business. Man, but I'm glad you guys are on here. I wish we had a lot more people to tune in. And I know, I'm positive. And then Lisa, I seen you the other day when you were selling your different stuff. You come on, maybe once every 2 weeks. And JT, man, I'm just trying to figure out a way how we could take this show and take it to the whole nother level where, it could be just as popular as all the national shows. What you guys think? I figured we'd talk about Diddy, and we might stimulate something out there. And when we started early, we had a bunch of people tuning in, but I couldn't get the volume correct. Well, what happened? I pushed the button over here because they ain't down here enough. Yeah, Lisa. So what you think, Lisa, you still here? And JT, man, you tell me what you think, man. So do you think that Cassie was so mad at Diddy that she just was fed up, or she was trying to get a payday and get up out of there? What y'all think? We talking about the Diddy show. Everything started right here. Everything started, guys, right here when Diddy sued these people. Ciroc Liquor. Ciroc Liquor. Soon as he sued them, then he's having problems. And then with 50 Cent, 50 Cent is an opportunist. He's taking advantage of a situation. When Diddy was out, he would do whatever he did, but he couldn't do Diddy like he did Ja Rule. But now that Diddy's locked up, he's trying to take advantage of that gatekeeper situation. He want to be in the gatekeeper situation that Diddy was in. Let me keep rolling it down, see if anybody else saying something. They say you're loud and clear. Yeah, Senorita, what it look like over there? Is you looking at it? Or she ain't looking at it. She looking at the Mexican. She can't see it on here. So how you guys doing out here? I'm Doug Best on the Doug Best Show here in Fresno, California, and we talking about Diddy. And for the people that's out there that you maybe haven't had an opportunity to see what all the ruckus is all about, it's about Netflix with Curtis 50 Cent Jackson and another lady. They did an executive production about, they call The Reckoning of Sean Diddy Combs. And they try to go back all the way back to the early 90s. And went all the way back to the early 90s and try to dissect his whole life. And guys, it could be me, it could be Jerry Taylor, it could be my Aunt Valma, it could be Sandra Baxter out there, it could be Sandra Yates, it could be Lisa Jones, it could be anybody. If they go back in your life for 30 years, 35, 40 years, like they did Diddy, man, there's no way possible that everything is going to shine like this gold medallion here. It's not. Because that's not the way life is. That's not how life is. And so why do we get here on the show? I want to get on the show and just show that Fresno has something to say too. That we got people here that's intelligent. We got people here that watch and study and do their due diligence. And we could do the same thing here on the Doug Best Show with the help of all the people out there that they do on all the other podcasts. But we wish Diddy well. We hope he's gonna be all right. And all the victims that are out there we not casting you aside, being disparaging to you guys. Some of the people could be correct, but he had 100 cases, and right now, 23 of the cases then disappeared. So that's 1/4 of them. They still got 77 cases. But there's no way possible that 100 people could say that you did this and you did that 10 years ago, 20 years ago, 25 years ago. All of a sudden, because Cassie got 10, 15, $20 million, now all of a sudden you see a money grab and you guys trying to do the same thing. I don't believe all those people. I mean, I don't know the facts. I don't know all the facts, but I've been around a long time and I got good common sense. And then, we hope Diddy well. We hope he's well. Hope everything turns out well. But just 1 week ago, 50 Cent was in a situation where it said he pulled up to a stoplight. He was in the car. Somebody opened a door, slammed into an individual, and hurt the individual. But 1 week ago, they settled the case because they knew that they were going to drop this documentary on Netflix. So now he's going to make himself look good. I don't know. What you guys think out there? And then Lisa says, yeah, I think Lisa Jones says, yeah, I think Cassie went through a lot of abuse, but she was in love with him. So that's, wait. Stop, Lisa. Stop. Wait, let me finish it. Lisa Jones says, I think Cassie went through a lot of abuse, but she was in love with him. So that's why she put up with it for so long. I'm not saying that she didn't enjoy a lot of the stuff that she did or were getting through. You know, like the parties and the stuff. I'm sure she enjoyed all the sexing, but I'm saying, and that over the abuse over does. But when you're in love with someone, you're blind and you don't see a way out. Lisa, wait. I know that you're a beautiful lady. And then, most of the time, we talking about Diddy on the Doug Best Show, and I'm talking to my friend Lisa Jones. Somebody out there that want to chime in, and let's have like a little short discussion about Diddy. Talking about Cassie. Was Diddy abusive to her? Sometimes, the women, sometimes, that's how what they like. He might have been giving her what he liked, what she liked. But I seen a bunch of times when they talked about it in the courts where he was trying to be real positive, instrumental in the growth of her career. But she was more interested in having the sex and having the sex partners come and do whatever they did to her. I don't know, Lisa. I don't know if we're going to blame her. And sometimes, I don't know what they call them when they be like, it's an abusive relationship, but the woman won't go and the man won't go. So it's like a two-edged sword. I don't know. I think Cassie played hers all the way to the end and got that $15-20 million and married this guy that I've been seeing on the social media for the last month or two, going to Vegas, hanging out with the strippers, spending all the money at the gambling casinos. I don't know. Lisa thinks that, you could be blind from love. I guess it's possible. Yeah, so is anybody else out there tuning in? Anybody else out there tuning in to the Doug Best Show? We here in Fresno, California. We talking about Diddy. Yeah, I'm glad, Lisa. I'm glad that you chimed in, and Jared Taylor and Aunt Valma, Sandra Yates, and everybody else that tuned in early. We had a little situation where the voice wasn't coming in correctly over the live. But guys, I just want you to know that, when we go through this life, I was telling my son this a few weeks ago or last week. It ain't the goal, just getting to the goal. It's a journey. You just want to enjoy. And then what Diddy is going through right now, this is a part of the journey for him to reach whatever goal that he's going to reach before he dies and go see the maker. And so we just want to enjoy ourselves along the way. And I want everybody to know, even though we from the city of Fresno, California, we got a mind. We got intelligence. We got opinions, and that's what the Doug Best Show is for. The Doug Best Show is for the people. It's for the people. It might become a situation where we need a voice to get on the airways and let people see it all over the world. That's what my job is, to try to get on here and work out all the nicks and crannies. And then when I get on here, we could touch the hearts and minds of a lot of people. And I figured we'll get on here today, and then we'll talk a little bit about Diddy, because that's the trending thing on social media all over the world. I appreciate everybody for tuning in, and I really, really appreciate you, Lisa Jones and Jerry and Sandra Yates and Valma and everybody else that tuned in early. I seen you, Holly. You guys tuned in, but I had a problem. I had an issue with the volume. I didn't turn it up. I apologize for that. And then as we move forward, I'll make everything better. I got to get a little more practice. I ain't been down here in a while. But I'm back, baby. I'm feeling myself today, baby. I'm Dougie, baby. And Jerry, you say you say you like that? Where my Versace's at? Booyah, baby. I'll see y'all soon. I'm Doug Best from the Doug Best Show in Fresno, California. And I appreciate everybody out there. You guys just keep following me, and I'm going to get back on this thing as soon as I can. I'm Dougie. I'm your friend. I'll see you guys soon. Booyah. Thank you. Diddy, I wish you well. Thanks, Lisa.